we put this Magnuson heartbeat supercharger system on it. We also put a fuel system in the front corner, and we replaced the exhaust system, changed the camshaft and sorted it all out from what he had into that. He loved it like that. It was great. It worked really well. Been a while of loving it like that, and he wanted to take the next step, which was go through and make the engine stronger. And that's what we've done. Now there's a few mods we've done. The basics to the engine is it's a stroker kit, or a stroker job. So we've put in a Callie's Compstar crank, some H-beam rods, forged pistons, larger camshaft, dual timing chain, oil pump, torque plate honed, ARP studs and all that sort of stuff as a normal build. We've also with this one actually done a couple of little upgrades because of the heat and where he uses it. We've actually gone to some LSA heads, a little bit better designed, a little bit more rigid, slightly better aluminium and slightly better at dealing with cooling. And we did ceramic coating the cylinder head and ceramic coated the piston, which makes this thing a little bit more flexible. While we're at doing all that job, we also went through and did a couple of other upgrades. One was put the fuel system in the back of the car. Just go around and we'll have a look at that. The same fuel system essentially, slightly bigger swirl pot with a little bit more room, and mounted in the back of the Ute. This normally has a hard top over it. We've just got it off because we've just fitted this. But there's our 2044 fuel pumps, external fuel pressure regulator, and that one's actually a 4 litre swirl pot, or 4 and a bit litres. And with that space that gave us back under the bonnet, we put in a reservoir. One of the things the heartbeat system doesn't come with, we've actually got a decent size. We're running about 3 extra litres of water for the system to be able to help, and it basically lets it run a little bit cooler by getting the aeration out of it, giving it a little bit more water to be able to do the cooling job with. But it's come together really well working it like that. Last upgrade amongst all that mass was a 8-rib drive system, which we haven't gone with the LSA conversion at this stage. We've just gone with a 10%, a good harmonic balance with a 10% upgrade, and then gone to the smallest puller we can, which is one of the places we could go further with this car. It is just a brand new engine, just running, basically set it all up in a fairly mild sort of tune. It's running its peak power is just over 10.5 pounds of boost, so pretty good power that we saw there. We could upgrade by going to the different drive system, going to an LSA drive system, which would give a little bit more ratio on supercharger and take it past the 18,000 RPM. And we could go to the larger throttle body. Going to a 102 throttle body is going to give us a bit more air. So there's probably 700, 720 hiding in there if we wanted to find it, but it's going to go really well like it is. Here's what we actually saw. These are the 3 graphs. This is what we came from, what the car had, which was not bad power, the 410 horsepower at the tyres. That was before we'd touched the car. It already had a camshaft, exhaust system and OTR and bits and pieces. Then we supercharged the thing. We made just on the 600 horsepower, just under or just on 600 horsepower, and now you can see the increase. Really, there's a good top end increase at the, it's basically pushing the tyres a little bit. You can see it's rolling over in the tyres a little bit, so it is pushing the tyres a little bit here. We probably could find there's probably another 10 horsepower in there by getting a little bit of traction, but we're not fussing about that. You can see through the mid-range here in the 4,000 revs where our biggest increase is, and where you want your increase in that 2,000 to 5,000 revs is where you really drive the thing, and that's where our biggest increase. We're really looking at what have we seen. There's almost 100 horsepower increase just through that mid-range, and of course that increases right from the bottom end. It is a larger camshaft, so it's going to be a little bit tougher to drive, but still nice with the stroker side of things, and as you can see, just a good increase right across the range. This thing is going to go really, really well.